What they found. In Elvis Presley's upstairs Graceland will haunt you. Peer behind the ornate doors of Elvis Presley's secret haven at Graceland, where treasured relics, chilling whispers, and shocking theories merge into a saga that refuses to fade. In a realm hidden from countless fans, rumors tell of hidden diaries, eerie footsteps late at night, and a mysterious figure who gained special access. What truly lies within those dimly lit rooms? You may find more than you bargained for, because some secrets simply won't stay buried. Graceland and its legacy. Graceland may be best known as Elvis Presley's home, but it has also become a beacon of music history and American culture. Located in Memphis, Tennessee, this 14-acre property stands as the second most visited house in the United States, right behind the White House. Originally built in 1939 and named after a member of its founding family, Graceland came into Elvis's life in 1957 when he purchased it for around $102,000, about $1 million in today's money. At the time, he was enjoying a surge in popularity, appearing on TV and recording hit songs that cemented his place as the king of rock and roll. Over the years, Elvis expanded Graceland from around 10,000 square feet to a much larger mansion, adding rooms and personal touches, reflecting his unique style. Today, the property welcomes hundreds of thousands of visitors each year, offering tours of the mansion and grounds. Fans love viewing his classic car collection, strolling through the famous jungle room, and learning about the life Elvis shared with friends and family. Yet for all the public areas, Graceland still holds secrets. The upstairs remains strictly off-limits, preserving Elvis's private suite exactly as it was when he passed away in 1977. Aside from its role as a museum, Graceland carries an emotional significance. It is Elvis's final resting place. Concerned about security and earlier attempts to disturb his grave, Elvis's father, Vernon Presley, moved his son's remains, and those of Elvis's mother, Gladys, to Graceland. In time, Vernon and Elvis's grandmother, Minnie Mae, were also laid to rest there, as were Elvis's daughter, Lisa Marie, and her son, Benjamin. This gathering of family near Elvis's gravesite offers a touching glimpse of the Presley bond, reminding fans that Graceland is as much a memorial as it is a tourist attraction. Beyond memorials, Graceland shines as a cultural landmark. Elvis displayed a flair for luxury and hospitality, whether it involved exotic decor, late-night gatherings, or even a special button by his bed to request snacks and drinks at any hour. By opening parts of the mansion to the public, the Presley family and estate have allowed generations of admirers to see how the king lived, while also safeguarding his most intimate spaces to honor his memory. Today, Graceland endures as a living monument to Elvis's artistry, generosity, and lasting influence on popular music. It is where fans can wander in his footsteps, stand beside the spot where he once played racquetball, and reflect on the life of a man who captured the world's heart. Rich in history and personal stories, Graceland remains forever linked to Elvis's spirit, keeping his legacy alive for those who continue to celebrate his timeless music and unforgettable charm. Restricted upstairs area. One of the most intriguing aspects of Graceland is its forbidden upstairs area. Despite the mansion being open to visitors since 1982, this private section remains strictly off-limits. Much of the curiosity surrounding the second floor comes from the fact that it was Elvis Presley's personal retreat. He used it as a sanctuary to escape the relentless demands of fame. In a house filled with family members, friends, and staff, the upstairs master suite stood apart as a place where Elvis could truly relax. Even to this day, the upstairs area is under lock and key. Only a handful of people, such as Elvis's immediate family, have been allowed to see it since his death. Legend has it that even high-level officials like President Bill Clinton were denied entry. One of the few exceptions is actor Nicolas Cage, who gained access during his marriage to Lisa Marie Presley. Another rumored visitor is the influencer known as Chewy Thompson, whose mysterious trips upstairs have sparked speculation about his connection to Elvis and potential hidden family ties. The main reason the second floor remains closed to the public is out of respect for Elvis's memory. He passed away in the upstairs bathroom on August 16, 1977, and the estate wishes to protect the dignity of that space. Keeping it off limits prevents a morbid curiosity from overshadowing the celebration of his life. Graceland management wants fans to remember the king for his music, charisma, and generosity, rather than turn his final moments into a spectacle. Beyond the aura of privacy, the hidden quarters also preserve Elvis's bedroom exactly as it was when he last used it. Rumor has it that many of his personal belongings remain there, providing an eerie, time capsule feeling for the few who enter. This rare glimpse into Elvis's personal world reportedly includes a button by his bed that once allowed him to summon his favorite snacks. Such details highlight how unique and indulgent his lifestyle truly was. Some fans have tried endlessly to learn more about what lies beyond the locked door, often spinning wild theories. Yet Graceland's stance remains firm. The upstairs area is a sacred place for Elvis's legacy. By keeping it private, the estate defends the king's right to some measure of peace in the afterlife. For many, the restricted upstairs at Graceland is the ultimate mystery, timeless, haunting, and forever tied to the legacy of the world's most famous rock and roll star. Its guarded doors ensure what remains there forever stays hidden. Elvis's health and final days. Elvis Presley spent his final months grappling with numerous health issues and a profound sense of pressure. By 1977, the king of rock and roll was suffering from chronic pain, including severe arthritis that made it difficult to move. He also battled gastrointestinal troubles and relied heavily on prescription drugs to ease his discomfort. These medications, combined with his weight gain and emotional struggles, created a dangerous cycle. Despite his fame and fortune, Elvis felt trapped by public expectations, forcing him to continue performing when he needed rest and proper care. As Elvis's health worsened, he retreated to his private quarters at Graceland. He often stayed in his upstairs bedroom, seeking solitude from the unrelenting demands of celebrity life. Close friends noticed his nighttime routines, marked by insomnia and late-night television binges. Unable to sleep without medication, Elvis became increasingly dependent on pills to help him rest. Even then, he struggled with fatigue and lingering pain. His once legendary stage presence was overshadowed by health setbacks and the fear that he might disappoint fans. On August 15, 1977, Elvis spent his day at Graceland, playing racquetball and spending time with his girlfriend, Ginger Alden. Though he tried to stick to familiar activities, he was visibly worn down. In the early hours of August 16th, Ginger discovered Elvis unresponsive in the bathroom next to his bedroom. Efforts to revive him proved futile, and he was pronounced dead soon after, at just 42 years old. News of his death shocked millions around the world, as many had not realized just how dire his health had become. The official cause of Elvis's death was a heart attack, but his deteriorating health and reliance on prescription drugs played key roles. Years of grueling tours, intense performances, and personal pressures had worn him down. Even those closest to him and friends admitted that he had pushed beyond reasonable limits, driven by a sense of responsibility to family and fans. He believed he had to keep performing to meet financial obligations, even while his body was failing him. Elvis's funeral on August 18th was a solemn tribute to a performer whose voice and stage presence changed music. Thousands of mourners lined the streets of Memphis, and the city came to a standstill. Although his life ended too soon, Elvis's legacy lives on through his timeless songs and the mark he left on popular culture. His final months remind us that, for all his stardom, Elvis was human. Nocturnal lifestyle and private retreat. Elvis Presley was known for his nighttime ways, often staying up all night in his private upstairs suite at Graceland. This personal hideaway allowed him to escape the constant demands of fame and find peace in the hush of early morning hours. While the rest of the house bustled with staff and visitors during the day, Elvis preferred the quiet that night brought. He found special comfort in these late hours, using them to watch television, read, and socialize with close friends who shared his unusual schedule. The upstairs area was a highly private space, shielded from curious fans and official tours. Elvis cherished this privacy, sensing that he needed a corner of his home to call his own. Only those closest to him, including some family members and trusted friends, were allowed inside. They would gather in his bedroom or nearby rooms, talking until dawn and snacking on his favorite treats. These intimate get-togethers showcased a more relaxed side of Elvis, free from the pressures of his public image. Because of his hectic touring schedule, Elvis often found it hard to stick to a normal routine. Late-night recording sessions turned into casual movie marathons, and he'd sometimes grab breakfast when others were heading to bed. This unconventional rhythm affected those around him too. Close companions learned to adapt to his hours, keeping up with his energy levels until he finally drifted to sleep. Even after his performances, the upstairs retreat remained his safe haven where he could unwind, away from cameras and crowds. Furthermore, Elvis's bedroom offered more than just solitude. A notable feature was a special button by his bed that let him call downstairs for refreshments at any hour. This quirk revealed his fondness for spontaneous feasts, reflecting the lavish lifestyle he embraced. He enjoyed late-night snacks and entertained close companions, strengthening the family-like bond they shared. The bedroom's ambience, with comfy furniture and soft lighting, allowed Elvis to momentarily forget the intense spotlight outside. Here, he could simply be himself. This upstairs world was also where Elvis let his girlfriends glimpse his softer side, sharing quiet conversations away from prying eyes. Some nights, his daughter Lisa Marie could be found nearby in her own bedroom, completing the sense of home he valued. Ultimately, the upstairs sanctuary showcased Elvis's need for calm in a life dominated by crowds and concerts. Cultural significance of Graceland. Graceland stands as a powerful testament to Elvis Presley's impact on popular culture, making it more than just a lavish mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. People flock here from every corner of the globe, eager for a glimpse into the king of rock and roll's personal world. The home has become a historic symbol, reflecting an era of fame and shifting social norms. Graceland also serves as a museum, preserving the 1970s interior and unique decor that once delighted Elvis himself. Walk through its halls and you will find gold records, glittering jumpsuits, and personal mementos from his career. Every exhibit reminds visitors how Elvis transformed mainstream music with his blend of rock, pop, and country. Throughout the year, Graceland hosts gatherings where fans unite in tribute to Elvis's lasting legacy. Events like Elvis Week honor his birthday and passing, bringing together admirers who share stories, attend concerts, and tour the mansion in reverence. Additionally, Graceland captures the spirit of mid-century America. Its design elements, such as the Jungle Room and meticulously maintained exteriors, reflect the tastes and trends that defined Elvis's era. Touring these rooms feels like stepping back in time, allowing guests to feel that fleeting spark of Americana. The property's preservation ensures those cultural echoes remain strong. Younger generations discover Elvis through classic songs, but Graceland adds a deeper layer, showcasing how he balanced stardom with family life. The upstairs quarters, although off-limits, carry an air of mystery that heightens Graceland's allure. In revealing his private side, Graceland fosters empathy for the man behind the legend. The site also mirrors the rise of celebrity culture in America. Elvis was among the first to reach unparalleled fame, complete with media frenzy and personal limitations. People now see Graceland as a stage for this historical moment, blending Hollywood glamour with working-class roots. It exposes the complexities of stardom and the toll success can take. Over the years, Graceland has evolved to accommodate visitor interests. Tour options range from the self-guided iPad experience to group explorations led by passionate guides. No matter the choice, fans become immersed in the personal artifacts and heartfelt stories that gave Elvis his otherworldly magnetism. By highlighting his struggles alongside his triumphs, Graceland remains more than just a tourist attraction. Impact of fame and pressure. Elvis Presley rose to worldwide fame in the 1950s, capturing the hearts of fans with his dynamic voice and electrifying performances. This early success gave him wealth, admiration, and endless opportunities, but it also brought intense pressure. He felt an ongoing need to live up to his image as the king of rock and roll, and that weight became harder to bear over time. One major source of this strain was the constant demand for new music and high-energy shows. Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager, pushed him to keep touring and recording, even though Elvis's health was deteriorating. Elvis, who prided himself on pleasing his audience, drove himself to exhaustion to maintain his star status. He felt responsible for entertaining millions of fans who expected him to shine at every performance. This non-stop schedule took a toll on Elvis's body and mind. Chronic pain, insomnia, and weight fluctuations plagued him, yet he continued to appear in public to satisfy both his fans and the financial obligations he carried. With an extensive entourage depending on him, Elvis felt he could not slow down or cancel shows. The burden of supporting everyone around him amplified his stress, making him afraid to step back and recover. Media spotlight added another layer of tension. Elvis's personal life, from his relationships to his diet, was scrutinized in headlines everywhere. He became increasingly guarded and often retreated to the private sanctuary of his upstairs suite at Graceland to escape prying eyes. This isolation, however, only fueled his sense of loneliness and did little to relieve the pressures he faced. Seeking relief, Elvis leaned on prescription medications, especially as the demands of performing left him drained. These pills, originally meant to ease pain and aid sleep, became a crutch. Over time, dependency set in, creating a vicious cycle that worsened his physical and emotional challenges. In the end, the weight of fame proved overwhelming. Elvis died at 42, leaving the world mourning the loss of a once-in-a-generation talent. Though he remains an enduring icon, his story highlights the high personal cost that can come with massive success. Elvis Presley's life shows that behind every accolade and standing ovation can lie tremendous strain, an important reminder that stardom does not shield a person from humanity's struggles.